Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me again, and if you are new here, welcome. Today we are doing part 2 of the craft room declutter video. So this is going to be a 3-part video. I was hoping just to make it 2, but honestly this room really got to us. I'm going to say that probably halfway through this video you're going to notice I think we kind of just broke down a little bit. It got really frustrating to get through this room just with the limited space, the amount of stuff, just trying to figure out how to find a home for everything. I have mentioned before that of course we are going to be going through this a few times. This is our first run through and she has done absolutely amazing. But again, once she starts to see how much space she can have and how much stuff and projects she actually has going on, then she's gonna start going through and wanting to declutter more. So this is just kind of a first large layer off the top, and then eventually we'll probably go through and get rid of a bunch more. Now in today's video, it wasn't so much getting rid of stuff at this point, it was just finding spaces and homes for the stuff. So it did take us quite a long time. If you notice some of the clips, there are like bins maybe in different spots than the clip before. I honestly spent so much time changing bins, trying to get the right one, trying to make things fit right. And it was just getting so frustrating. I have a whole bunch of clips that I cut basically of me just holding my head trying to figure out what to do, but we did get through it. And luckily she had numerous amounts of bins that we could swap out and try in different places. So what we ultimately ended up doing is we had projects set out and then certain supplies set together, and then we did end up having, it only ended up being like one bag of stuff that was miscellaneous craft items that she didn't already have a plan for. So like I said, when we go through this room again and she decides to cut down on some of her projects, she's got them all together and she knows what stuff goes with what project. Now you are going to see this closet is absolutely jam-packed. This was more stuff she wanted to work on or like decor items. I honestly can't even really remember. This room has just been kind of a nightmare for us to work in, but I am so glad it's getting done, and honestly when it's finished I'm gonna be beyond happy because this was quite a big project. So while we were working in here and deciding what is going and what is staying, I actually ended up kind of blocking myself into a corner. As you can see, I'm standing in the closet area and I had been piling stuff to go, to stay, to move, and then I kind of got stuck. But this was the end result. After a few more rounds in that closet, we did get it all cleared out and ready to be reorganized. So this is where you might start to see some of the bins on the shelves kind of maybe changing from clip to clip. Honestly, this shelf was so difficult. The shelves were just kind of big enough that certain things would fit and then certain things wouldn't, and then you'd have these awkward gaps. And I really wanted to make sure that we didn't leave any gaps. I did end up having to leave a few here and there, but I tried my hardest to fill all the space. Like I said, there is a lot of stuff in this room that we were trying to find spots for, and I really wanted to maximize the amount of room we had in here. And like I said, she was not lacking on empty containers to use. And I'm not sure if that really helped or hindered the situation, because I just kept going, trying to find more containers, switching them out. And then you'll see at some points, I just had to stop and literally take all the empty containers I wasn't using and take them out of the room again, because they were just taking up so much space. I had someone comment on one of my videos saying that they liked that there was no IKEA crap in any of these rooms and it was all just unique stuff. Now, I am definitely one for IKEA crap. I love their organizing bins, their totes, their containers. I will use those all day long. I just like how functional they are, and you can use them in so many different ways. So in this room, I honestly would have just done anything for some of those IKEA bins, just because I like the way that you can fit and organize things. So when you're using these unique containers and they're all different, I think aesthetically you can make a room look really nice and unique with them, but I find it so hard to use them in a functional way sometimes. They're always just like awkward sizes, and you really have to play around and figure out what's gonna work. This here is me just absolutely overwhelmed and frustrated. Like I said, we did get through this room and everything ended up fine, but at this point was kind of my like, what have we done here? I just don't even know what to do. So ultimately, I just kept doing random things. Now, at the end of the second day in this room, we did a quick little tidy. This is what we were left with at the end of day 2, and then we jump into day 3. I wasn't even sure I was going to use any of the footage from this day, because this was, I think, the next following day. And we were like delusional at this point. We were both exhausted. We were both tired. And I think most of the day was just spent laughing at each other. And then finally at one point we just gave up. We had to seriously take a break from this room because it was really getting to us. Now again, I know there's going to be lots of people saying like, look at the amount of stuff in there. You need to get rid of more. And honestly, she did so amazing. She ends up getting rid of so much stuff by the end of this room. But honestly, like I've said before, there is a lot of mental connections, psychological stuff that goes on. You don't know anybody's story, so I don't want anybody to be quick to judge what is going on in this room. I am probably in the finale of this room going to share deeper on her story specifically. She is doing absolutely amazing, and I am so proud of her, and I'm actually so excited that she wants to share more of her story with you guys. It's really inspiring to see some of you relating to this situation and relating to having just an overwhelming amount of stuff. You can feel so stuck in this space and like it's so far gone that you just can't even figure out what to do with it. So I'm so happy to be here sorting through this with her and really trying to get her space back. I think I've said that in every single video, so if you're sick of it, I'm sorry, but I can't help it. So the end of the day, honestly, sometimes you just need to reach out for some help and find somebody that is willing to sit there and help you do the work, because I couldn't imagine doing this on my own and like not having someone there to bounce ideas off of, to try and like work with you when you're struggling. Sometimes we just sit there and laugh and honestly throw stuff around, not breakable stuff, but we try and make it as fun as possible, even when it gets beyond frustrating. So I am so glad to have her working with me, and just getting through this room together has been an amazing process. I hope anyone else that is in this situation or who can relate to this kind of clutter, I hope this really does inspire some of you. I know we've inspired a few people so far. They've commented. I'm absolutely loving the amazing comments and feedback. So make sure you let us know if you are starting a decluttering project. We want to hear about your success stories as well. This is the end result of day 3. So the next video is going to be the reveal video. I am so excited that we actually got through this room. I was a little worried at one point that we were not. So make sure, if you want to see the final reveal of the video, you hit the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe.